What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. This week we've got Lackey Grand Prix number 10, round 2 against Rob Smith. Just a heads up for anyone who is interested in participating in Lackey Grand Prix number 11, that the signups for that will be beginning in, probably tomorrow as of the release of this video. So Friday the 16th. So the signups will be open for that a little bit early, kind of before the Lackey Grand Prix number 10 is even done here. We're playing the round 4 game this week. This is round 2. Next week we'll probably have round 3 on the channel here, and the week after that I will hopefully get round 4, as long as I'm able to record it and all that. But it's Jay is running it, and he wants to get it going as kind of the last one before Nationals. Make sure that all is in and complete. I think he's hoping to start that one kind of probably around a week after the signups are open, just to make sure that if we have enough participants to do 4 rounds, that we get all 4 of those rounds done before Nationals, along with the top cut, getting all in there. And it's going to be based on the most likely legality for Nationals. So if the Israel's Deliverance starter decks are going to be legal before Nationals, which seems like it's probably going to be the case. There was a little delay in the shipping, or the printing and shipping, I guess, or the printing company. I don't know. There was a little delay there. Rob made a post or announcement in the Discord, the announcements channel, and said that he was expecting those early July, and then as soon as he's able to ship those out, 2 weeks after that is when they will be officially legal. And so if that's early July, then they should be legal before Nationals, or by the time Nationals comes around. So we do have those in Lackey now. If you have any issues with the old starter deck images, so kind of like the first print starter deck images for the K&L starter decks showing up, check out the Discord and the Lackey Help Desk channel, and there's a post in there from about a week ago now, with me showing you how to fix that problem. Basically, you just have to go into your images folder, delete all of the starter deck images, and then reload the plugin, and it will know to go and find those older ones. So again, I've mentioned this before, but sorry for the inconvenience of having to do that. It was just because the old starter decks, or I guess the first print of the starter decks that was released at Nationals, didn't have any something to signify in the name that it was, that they were different or special. And so when using the same names for the new images, I had to go back and change the old image names. And anyway, long story short, you just have to go into your image folder. All those image names should be together under like K, 2 or 1, 2, 3, 4, like K. They're all in the Ks there, because it's all Ks and in the Ls. So you just have to go through and delete those, and then you can reload the plugin up here, and your plugin just put the update URL in here, and then hit install or update from URL over here, and it will start loading your the images. And then you'll also should have the starter decks available in there as options in your deck editor. The starter decks should be automatically in your decks folder now. Okay, all that said, Lackey Grand Prix number 11 signups will be starting soon, and there will be a good prep for Nationals. If you're going and you're going to play Type 1, then that will be a good just kind of warm up, or like getting to see what kind of decks people are playing and trying. Like it's kind of the last chance to do that, especially if you're not able to go to any of the big state or regional tournaments that are coming up here. So I guess also a little plug for the Minnesota group. We are planning to have our Minnesota State tournament on July 8th, so look at the Discord for information about that. Okay, what are we looking at here? I've been talking this whole time, just kind of avoiding the whole idea of the deck that's sitting in front of you that you've been soaking in while listening to me talk, I'm sure. Um, this is a 105 card deck that is sitting in front of you here. And as you can see, it is very defense heavy and like to the point where you might be wondering how this offense actually rescues lost souls without just like waiting for your opponent to run out of stuff and then trying to win with the cross or something like that, which is a strategy that I have tried and succeeded to a fair amount of, well, a reasonable amount of success, as reasonable as you might be able to expect in previous videos, previous decks. But this one is actually trying to be fairly aggressive, and I will show you how as I go through the deck here. It has to do with this particular defense and the way that the orange defense in GOC was kind of like what it was built to do was to place cards on your opponent's cards, to kind of like possessing them as a possessing demon, perhaps. So kind of symbolizing that and symbolizing the way that demons kind of do warfare, which is obviously kind of scary stuff in reality, or kind of spiritually speaking, but as a part of the game is a good way to represent that reality, and so it's I won't get too deep into that, but the GOC orange like defense hasn't really been used a whole lot to my knowledge. If it has, it's kind of been splashed with some other orange stuff like the Fallen Star, Red Dragon, things that would mess up your Gospel Unity, and so cards like Possessing Spirit and Two Possessed haven't been used a whole lot, at least to my knowledge. We have seen some orange decks that go along or are paired with a Thieves defense, and so that's what's going on here. Is in order to achieve the unity or the Gospel Unity on some of these cards, like Possessing Spirit and Two Possessed, I'm combining it with some of the Thieves stuff and kind of supplementing the orange with a little bit of speed and just kind of overall power level that we get from a few of these Thieves cards that are just kind of splashed in here. Then, of course, there's also Messenger of Satan, which is splashed in sort of splashed from a thematic standpoint, or like a gospel standpoint is a splash because it's not a gospel evil character, which may or may not come back to bite me during the game that you're about to see. Spoiler alert a little bit. But the whole idea here is to have that unity and utilize these cards like Possessing Spirit and Two Possessed and the Accumulator to place evil characters in your opponent's territory on their cards, and Sordid Spirit, and then once they are placed in your opponent's territory, you can actually choose them to block with cards like Zacchaeus and Simon the Zealous, and actually only those two cards as of now, I believe, because all the other choose the blocker heroes in rotation specify that the blocker must be human, whereas Simon the Zealous and Zacchaeus the Repentant do not. And the how it used to be when a card just says you may choose an evil character to block, it could have been a card or a character from your own territory. So something like Provisions or King Amaziah were fairly common ones back in the day. Also Obedience of Noah, where it's just you can choose any evil character to block, and that meant that you could choose your own evil characters, and as long as you were playing a different defense from your opponent, like different brigades, That meant that oftentimes they didn't have a way to back up the evil character, and they couldn't block again with their own evil characters. So it was a fairly powerful strategy if you're able to pull it off and your opponent wasn't ready for it with something like a lurking, like old school lurking, or the darkness, or something like that. So after that rule changed to where any card that it says it chose your opponent's character, either a hero or evil character, that changed so that the targets had to come from your opponent's territory, but it doesn't specify that your opponent has to own or control them. It's just targets must be in your opponent's territory is the default for any choose opponent ability. So as long as you can use Possessing Spirit to put it in play and then place it on a good card in your opponent's territory, you can choose Possessing Spirit to block. Same thing with Sordid Spirit, with the Accumulator Wicked Spirit tokens and the Wicked or Violent Possessor tokens created by Two Possessed. And so I created a Type 2 deck around this at first. Well, I'll back up a little bit. I first realized this actually at a tournament back in March that we had in person here in Minnesota, and I was playing one of our newish players. He's a sixth grader, or I guess probably just graduated from sixth grade, going into seventh, who has been playing for a little while. He's got a Disciples and Demons deck that he's been enjoying playing, and in the game that he and I were playing, he blocked me on one turn with the Sordid Spirit. He placed it on a hero in my territory, and when it got back around to his turn, he was attacking me with I think with Peter, and then he banded to Simon the Zealous, and it was kind of like reading the ability just to make sure it was looking at the right card and everything, and it's like, oh, okay, I can choose the evil character to block. I didn't have any evil characters of mine down, and so he was like, well, can I choose my Sordid Spirit to block? And I was just kind of sitting there like, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can based on the rules. It doesn't specify that it has to be my evil character. It can just has to be one in my territory, and that one fits, which makes sense because I had thought about the fact that if you have a character placed or it's held in a fortress, you can target it with other abilities, like a band ability. You can, if I have the Sordid Spirit placed on my opponent's hero in their territory, I can block with Possessing Spirit, who can band to a Gospel Evil character and band to the Sordid Spirit. That's assuming that the Sordid Spirit was not already in battle, because it is unique, so it can only enter battle once per turn, so I can't go Sordid Spirit to Possessing Spirit back to Sordid Spirit. I believe Sordid Spirit was originally in testing generic, and they pretty quickly realized it's probably better just to make it the Sordid Spirit, so it is a unique character, can only enter battle once. So anyways, he chose the Sordid Spirit to block. I didn't have any Gospel Demons. I don't remember what deck I was running. I think it was maybe the Minor Prophets and Kings of Judah contender deck. I think that's I just brought a couple contender decks to the tournament because it was mostly our young guys who were there, and so I didn't have any Gospel Demons in the deck, of course, to go get. I did place it on one of his heroes because you can use, I could use the ability on Sordid Spirit still, but I didn't have any characters to go get, and then I couldn't block on my own because I had already, he had already chosen the blocker. So he rescued a lost soul. Actually, no. I believe that he revealed a dominant instead of converting his Simon. So I think I actually had led astray in hand to withdraw his heroes because neither of them were meek. But anyways, regardless, it was kind of an epiphany of sorts. I was like, seems like something that could maybe be explored a little bit more. So I first built it as a Type 2 deck. In Type 2, you can use up to 4 copies of single brigade characters and enhancements. So I had 4 copies of Possessing Spirit. I think I ended up with only 3 copies of 2 Possessed. Could be wrong about that, but Possessing Spirit is a Gospel Evil character, so it's pretty easy to go get with cards like Golgotha. You can grab it with Jerusalem if it's reserved. The Thief goes to get it. The Sword and Spirit goes to get it. So they're very easy to get out. I guess also driven by spirits. So it's very. I think it's relatively easy to make sure that pretty much every turn you have an option to choose between Possessing Spirit, 2 Possessed, even the Accumulator getting in there. It's probably one of the weaker ones, or maybe one of the easier ones to interact with, because well, I don't know, maybe not necessarily, because you can just block with your other evil characters how you normally would, and then just place the tokens on their characters in territory or something like that. So anyways, that was kind of the idea for that deck. I tested it a little bit at Midwest Regionals. It did fairly well in one of the games, and then I guess against Noah, and then it did okay against Jay. I didn't quite utilize the full potential because I wasn't. It was just kind of a quick build that I put together. It was mostly a Disciples offense. I did have Zacchaeus in there. The nice part in Type 2 is that you can use 2 copies of Zacchaeus and 2 copies of Simon, which in Type 1 you cannot, because you're limited to only 1 card in a Type 1 deck that has more than 1 brigade at face value. And so, I can only have Zacchaeus or 1 copy of Zacchaeus and 1 copy of Simon in here. But since I could have 2 copies of Possessing Spirit and 2 copies of 2 Possessed if I went up to 100 cards, that's what I decided to try out in this Type 1 version. I think the other thing about Orange that is very sneaky good, I guess, something that I don't know if a lot of people have messed around with a whole lot yet, is using Driven by Spirits in a deck where you can have more than 1 copy of it, which you can do in a 100 card version of a Type 1 deck like this. So you can take an orange card from reserve or deck if you control a placed orange card, and if played in battle, you may underdeck a character in this card. What that means is that as long as you have a placed orange card in play, you can play Driven by Spirits to search your deck for Driven by Spirits, the other copy. Then you can underdeck a character, say maybe one in their territory, and then you can also underdeck Driven by Spirits. And then you probably have initiative again, as long as it wasn't, stalemate or mutual destruction or something. You can play Driven by Spirits again, search your deck for the Driven by Spirits, that's you just put on the bottom, and then underdeck another character in their territory and underdeck Driven by Spirits. So it's a pretty much free and easy way to just cycle through, or just to kind of obliterate your opponent's territory, really slow them down by underdecking maybe their defense, or I guess in a deck like this, you don't really care as much about their defense, so you can underdeck their other heroes, or whoever's not holding all your placed orange stuff. And you can do that only up to 4 times per turn because of the card activations limit, or like the limit on activating the same card in a turn. You can only activate Driven by Spirits 4 times. But the last time that you do it, you can either search for maybe a Suicidal Swine Stampede, search for another battle winner, or you can just use Driven by Spirits to underdeck the opposing hero in battle, hope they don't have a negate or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of versatility with that. And then in Type 2, you can have up to 4 copies of Driven by Spirits, so it's a little bit easier to pull it off early on. One of the ways that I tried to work in to kind of help set that up a little bit more is this Faith of Gideon. Is really kind of the only battle winning card in the main deck for the offense. there's Authority of Christ in the reserve, just as a just in case kind of thing. If I get to the point where they've dealt with some of my placed orange cards, or they have ways to stop it, namely like Chamber of Angels is a big one that can give this defense issues. Also, Elizabeth negates evil cards. Golden Calf negates Possessing Spirit. The Accumulator stops me from playing 2 possessed in territory. So it's those are kind of a problem. And so what was I talking about? So Authority of Christ, that's right. Authority of Christ can be there as kind of an alternate win condition. In the meantime, while I'm trying to get through with the offense here, that is pretty much the way that this offense is trying to rescue lost souls. Maybe early on I can go for Matthew to try to generate some card advantage and make sure that my defense has stabilized to hold off my opponent. And then I can start kind of picking away at my offensive strategy, or kind of trying to place some stuff here and there, and then just start choosing the blocker turn after turn, not really letting your opponent have a chance to block or do anything with their defense. That's kind of what the goal is here. So I can go to Gabriel and ban 2 Zacchaeus, make that pretty hard to deal with. If they do happen to have gospel unity, Gabriel is pretty important, I guess, just to make sure that you negate Possessing Spirit before you choose it to block, because otherwise they would be able to ban to a gospel evil character, which is my entire defense. Or if they have unity for gospel, then it would be their defense as well. So definitely don't want that. And then as long as it's negated, you also just kind of have to hope that they don't have orange enhancements to play. If they're playing an orange defense, that might be a little tricky, but what we have for that is this Covenant with Adam in reserve. So if we use Book of the Covenant, or even Good Seed, and there's a couple other ways as well to get Covenant with Adam out of reserve. Either Covenant with Adam can be active on Book of the Covenant to cannot be negated, or there's Noah's Ark, which allows us to activate Covenant with Adam in set-aside area, which makes it harder to negate. And then once you choose a Possessing Spirit, or one of the Wicked Spirit tokens from the Accumulator, or one of the Violent Possessor tokens from 2 Possessed, once you choose one of them to block, then it will die right away just by being decreased by Covenant with Adam. So if they do happen to have some orange stuff, then this will, getting Covenant with Adam out will pretty much stop them from being able to do anything. At that point, pretty much they would need to use a Dominant to block either negating Covenant with Adam, or negating the choose the blocker hero like Zacchaeus. Simon the Zealous would be a little bit harder to negate, because we're pretty much always going to be converting him. That was weird. Camera glitch there. And so the way that we're going to be dealing with dominance is just by having 2 copies of the cross that we're going to try to have active pretty much the entire game. The defense doesn't really care about anything being tossed, except for this ambush, which tosses for 6, which is pretty good if need be. There's also a Left 4 Dead in reserve, but we're also going to be trying to toss stuff with Colosseum. That's kind of a protection from my opponent's Authority of Christ, that alongside with Herod's Temple and these copies of the cross. Really, if you're playing a defensive heavy deck, Authority of Christ is going to be one of the most popular kind of just broad answers to your defense, especially something like this, where I'm going to try to be relatively quick, kind of try to get a lot of good value blocks with Highwayman and Messenger of Satan, and a few Matthew rescues as well, to make sure that I can keep up with my opponent. And in doing so, I'm gonna have to put some evil characters down, and if I'm putting a lot of them down, then get pretty vulnerable to Authority of Christ. Just a well-timed AOC can really cripple even the heaviest of defenses. So we've got plenty of plans to get around that. And Then also the Gates of Hell to add to battle is pretty important for a defensive heavy deck. So I mean, either Sheol and or the Gates of Hell. If you're playing a defensive heavy deck, you should try to have at least one of those, or maybe a Philistine Outpost or something if you're doing Philistines. But add to battle is pretty important for defensive heavy. Okay. I don't think I really need to go through the Lost Souls and the dominant choices here, because with 14 options, it is a little bit tough once you get down to kind of like the 15th and 16th slots. You do have to make a few decisions with the Lost Souls and dominance, but for the most part, you just pick all the best ones. The maybe most notable inclusions here, though, for helping out the defense and also the offense, making sure that you can use your defense for your offense, is having both Rebel and Dust and Shipwreck available to deal with Chamber of Angels, because Chamber is probably the most common counter card that your opponent would be using. Golden Calf isn't seeing as much play these days, and Elizabeth just is maybe in some decks, like the True Nativity deck, but the Chamber is more common because of the interaction with Heavenly Host, and also Resurrection Revealer with Empty Tomb and Star of Bethlehem. So that's why it's in this deck, just to help out, keeping my offense around, making sure I can keep on going with Gabriel, and then also getting some tokens for Heavenly Host to really utilize Star of Bethlehem and get that card advantage to keep going through here. So all that said, this is the 100 card version of the 100 card type 1 version of this deck, which seems like a reasonable candidate for like one of the most competitive type 2 decks, and potentially in type 1. I'm not really sold on this 100 card version necessarily, but I think that it is kind of a proof of concept, and I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler for next week. I did trim this down to, I believe, a 57 card version, which I played against Chad France, or See the Tree, and I did tend to like that a little bit better. I think even though you lose out on some of the duplicate cards like Possessing Spirit, Sordid Spirit, and Accumulator, well, I guess I didn't duplicate Accumulator, but 2 Possessed, I think it's still consistent enough to justify having a little bit of a smaller deck and just getting to the most important cards sooner. I am possibly going to try out the same thing for round 4, which the game, I'm scheduled to play against Zach Gilbaugh. We are going to be playing probably tonight as of the release of this video, so hopefully he doesn't watch this so that he doesn't know what to expect, but hopefully he watches it later on down the road, but not before the game. I don't know, we'll see. Zach, if you're watching, close your eyes or plug your ears or something. Or maybe I'll just switch it up so that you're not expecting it. I don't know. I'll probably tweak a few things from the smaller version and see how it goes. It's something that, or it's an important enough concept, I think, that needs to be fully fleshed out, especially as we're getting close to nationals here, because I do think that it is fairly strong. Because like I said, if you set it up right or consistently, your opponent won't even have a chance to use their defense, which can be a vital part of many decks these days. I mean, that was kind of the whole point behind making it so that you couldn't choose your own evil characters, or you couldn't choose your own evil characters for your opponent to block with. So if we're able to kind of go back to that a little bit, then I think that there's a lot of potential for this deck to do well. To the point where I almost wasn't going to share it before nationals, or it was something that I'd kind of been thinking of. I mean, like I said, it was kind of in March that I started toying with the idea a little bit, And so it took a while for me to kind of get myself to be like, all right, you know what, I'm just gonna put it out there on the channel here. Um, but I think it's for the best. And so yeah, please feel free to try it out and test it for yourself. See, what this orange defense can do, this orange gospel unity defense can do, or your offense really. The enhancements aren't the strongest, so maybe you'll have to put in some thieves like I did. But anyways, let's like I said, leading on in this video, this game is round 2 against Rob Smith, or Demon Hunter 85. Part of the problem with playing a 100 card deck is that games are going pretty long, just in general these days, and I think, that's not just 100 card decks, but also just kind of defense heavy decks in general. This one might kind of be the an exception, because I think it can be somewhat aggressive, but the 100 card version seems like it's maybe not quite there, where it might win eventually, but it might take 3 hours, so not going to work in a tournament. So that being said, this is a fairly longer game against Rob, and I apologize for having a 30-minute intro here. But we're going to wrap it up quickly here with a little word about Your Turn Games. Be sure to head over there and support the channel by supporting your own redemption collection, by going to Your Turn Games and getting some of their pre-orders of the new stuff that's coming out here, the Israel's Deliverance starter decks, which I was talking about before. And you can also pre-order Israel's Rebellion, and you can also get some contender decks, other pre-built decks and options, all that good redemption stuff. So head on over to Your Turn Games, and let's go ahead and get into, well, watch the video first, and then you can head over to Your Turn Games and you can buy all the cool cards that you'll need for this deck over here. So, oh wait, the deck's not there for you anymore. This deck over here. All right, let's do it. Oh, no, this deck. There we go. I have to transition for you guys, not just for me. Okay. This deck over here. All right. All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I rolled a 1.
I very rarely win the die.
Hey, well, you got it just barely this time.
I had to look and see if that 105 included your 8-card hand. I was like, did he already draw?
Nope. All right, let's see. We got till about 2:30 or 3:30 your time.
Seems to be right.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, come on now.
Look at those fancy Lost Souls.
Yeah. I can't wait till I get him in real life.
You put the Distressed and the Hopper in there, but you didn't put in the Fancy Harvest?
I know. I'm slacking here.
Yeah, that's all right.
Funny enough, in some of my other decks on here, I have the Fancy Harvest in.
Good.
Do I want to go first? You have no souls, so I actually think that I'm going to let you go first.
Ooh, all right. Do I want to use any of these stars? You're going to give me a couple souls, right?
I'm going to, yeah, I know that with Harvest.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, I kind of want to see what you got going on. So let's use the Highwayman.
Oh, this is going to be interesting.
What you got? Oh, sad day.
I do not have a dominant. Well, now I don't have to use my Highwayman star. I was going to, but
there you go. Fair enough. All right. Real 2 others. None. And I will top deck my Star of Bethlehem, unfortunately.
Okay.
And that was my stars.
Well, since it really doesn't hurt me, I might as well just use it anyway just to see your hand.
I'm glad I didn't have 2 dominants.
So, oh. Ooh. Alrighty. Driven gates. Lots of fun things.
Oh yeah, all the fun.
All the token fun. Alright.
Well, not with your distressed out.
Yeah. And then I'll give you that, and then I did get a harvest token.
Hey, thanks. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get us going then. Let's do. Let's do Patmos. We'll just go right to Mr. Matthew, since I think you're going to be giving me a draw 6 or something like that. Which I definitely don't mind. Let's put Hopper into Patmos.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think we do this now. I will put down gates. I will put down the accumulator. And all right, it's negated. Oh. All right, well, unfortunately, I will not make tokens.
Distressed because I don't recognize it.
Yeah, it is something that we'll have to get used to. Let's play a wages. Can't have you taking that from my hand. And to get probably this one. It doesn't have a discard ability, right? Yeah. So many cards to look through. Yeah, let's grab that one. Let's do Jerusalem.
Nice.
Send wages to the bottom. And now do I play Jerusalem as a site or a fortress? Probably gonna have a way to get my neutral cards, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm probably gonna draw another Lost Soul, so putting it down in the site is yeah, we'll put it down as a site just in case.
Okay.
And we'll put the token in it.
Okay.
And then let's go ahead and make a rescue attempt here with Mr. Matthew.
Yep.
And we'll convert him to Meek and take a peek.
I think I'm going to get a shirt that says that, but that's.
Convert to Meek and take a peek.
I mean, it might have some bad implications. Maybe not, probably, but.
Yeah, it could be taken the wrong way, but I mean, like, yeah, I feel like with the first part, people are going to understand if they don't, or even if they don't understand what it means, they'll know that it's got to have, like an inside joke sort of thing, And everybody at Nats will know what you mean. So, so 6, right? 4 on good seed, and then the 2 on betrayal.
Seems right to me.
All right. Draw 6. Oh man. I didn't put in the fancy distress.
And you talked about harvest.
Hey, I mean, at least I'm consistent,
That's true.
Or at least, so far. All right, that's my rescue. What you got?
And you are a 4/6. Seems to be the best time for the Condemned Thief.
Yep. Seems reasonable.
See how you're going to beat. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you can crowd's choice into anything.
I can get whatever I want.
But I can take an enhancements. You've already played wages. Let's go take that.
Guidance.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you are a 3/4, eh?
Yep.
Alrighty. Your initiative.
Alrighty. Trail.
Yep.
I think under deck an opponent's good card or a good card from opponent's hand. You've got Reverence and all and Crowd's Choice. Reverence and all. 4/6. I think I'm actually just going to put you in SI and underdeck Matthew.
Alright.
And
He will be underdecked.
play the battle. I'll draw my 3.
Yep. Alright. Question is, do I want to do anything about that? No, that's all right. That's cool. Okay, then I'm at 8 cards. Still have distressed. I will pass the turn.
Alrighty, draw my 3. I'm going to activate the star on Purloin.
Rude.
Now, take a card. That's going to default to in play, so I can't target Gates of Hell.
Correct.
Now, in play also includes your sights, though, correct? Or is that not in play?
They are in play.
I think I will take Patmos.
Seems good.
All right.
Sure you didn't want that accumulator?
Nah, he's good, right? Let's put down Den of Thieves. Let's put Temple Thieves in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then play your Patmos.
Mm-hmm.
Since I try to be like Jaden because he's very good. So at my math.
That does seem pretty good.
Ready? We're gonna go ahead and put Joseph Arimathea down. I want to do that. That's the thing. So my 1 TC is going to be Good Seed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I'm going to just move right into the battle phase and go with Matthew.
Yep.
Vert. I don't think I'm. Oh, that's right. I left Reverence Hall for that reason. I forgot about that. I was like purposely not taking it because I was like leaving it in there. So that's 9, 10, 11.
Yep.
You've got Highwayman, Possessing Spirit will work. I have 9, so I'm going to go to handicap. Sad day for prosperity. And then that's going to be my rescue.
Alrighty. How to block. You're at 4-6. Let's do yeah, let's do Possessing Spirit.
Yep.
Ban to a Gospel Evil character, which will be the Highwayman.
Nice.
I will draw. Do I want to play? Could draw 2.
Draw 4. Don't I have good seed up?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe draw 4. Ooh, that's so tempting, but no, I think I'm gonna go for the Fortress.
Okay.
It's almost right there on top. Grab Colosseum.
Cool. I like it.
And I will ban to your Temple Thieves. And I will negate Good Seed.
Okay.
And we'll play something from my deck. Probably that one. Could do that. Ooh. Kinda want my own Den of Thieves. Thinking. No. No, we'll just play the Thief. Yeah.
You're tossing all CBN.
No AOC for you. Or Untouchables, I guess.
Well, I didn't see you have a dominant hand, so I think what I'm going to do is I am going to play Crowd's Choice.
Alright.
Grab my woes.
Sure.
And then I'm going to play the woes as good to negate Coliseum.
No.
And then Spirit is a dove. Go to deck to grab AOC.
I'm gonna ask for Dominish.
Dominish.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going to play Ride on to the AOC.
Fair enough. Alright. Let's see. So Temple Thieves goes to your discard. The rest of these guys go to mine. I will pop Gates and add Deafening Spirit to battle. And let's see. So negate a good card this turn. I guess I'll just negate your good seed and discard it.
Yep.
And oh, I guess I don't have that. Let's see, it's still the first round, right? Yeah. Okay. I will I guess I forgot that that was that condition. All right. I guess I will play a dominant then, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or do I just make you play it? It's gonna be CBN. I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'll just play an enhancement.
Okay.
I will play Driven by Spirits, and I will underdeck. Yeah, I'll just attempt to underdeck Matthew.
Yeah. Just go untouchable.
Yep. All right. So protecting yours from harm. Are you bouncing a character?
I'm gonna bounce Deafening Spirit.
Okay. Deafening Spirit will be bounced. It's probably worth it, right?
Could be.
Yeah, I'll ask for Dominish again.
Yep, you got it.
I'll play an Evil Crowd's Choice. And is there anything that makes more sense here? No, I don't think so. Yeah, we'll just grab Martyr.
Okay.
And we'll discard Matthew.
He's protected from untouchable.
That's right. Yeah, that does more than just that. That's silly. All right. Well, that doesn't do anything then.
I mean, technically killed Joseph.
No, he's protected too.
I'll protect heroes in battle from harm.
Oh, is it in battle? Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was just all heroes.
yeah, Joseph
Okay.
technically.
All right. Well, I guess I'll hit Joseph then.
So it's not in vain.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it still kind of is. I'll give you the hopper then.
Alrighty.
Unfortunate. All that hard work.
I think we both burned quite a bit in that.
Made you work for it at least, I guess.
Oh yeah, I definitely had to fight for that one. Let's go ahead and put this down. You could be drawing some souls that could be of useful. So let's go ahead and put down James the Fisherman.
Mm-hmm. So
Then
he is prevented, right, by distress?
Yeah, he's prevented, but I'm going to Son of God the Distressed.
Ah, all right.
That
Cool.
pretty good.
It's all yours.
4, 5, 6, 8, 9. And then I will go ahead and see, we're playing similar decks. It's so hard to know what to put down because you can ban any of my disciples, probably, and any of my thieves.
Supposed to put down Wall of Protection.
Yeah, no, I haven't drawn it yet. I'm going to discard Virgin Birth. Sorry, Josh, and then pass.
It's really in there for the star ability anyway, so. All right, make it a sad prosperity.
Now you're copying me.
Yep. Except I would use mine if I
Yeah, it's true.
had the option. I guess you probably would have used yours if you had, cards. I mean, you still could have. You could have discarded one card to draw one.
I guess that's technically true, yeah.
All right. Well, I guess Since James is negating distressed, I will put down Heavenly Host. And we'll make myself a token. And I will play Reverence and Awe.
Nice. Let's go.
Question is, are you baiting me with a Covenant of Prayer?
We'll see. Except here, Lost Souls. Okay, so I don't.
I'm deciding whether I don't know if I want to. I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to banish your discard pile.
Oh, okay. I've never seen somebody be like, oh, well, maybe I won't.
I mean, the Covenant of Prayer is a real threat, I guess. That would be quite unfortunate. I think we're gonna get Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, I mean, you knew I had it. You still played Son of God, but were you thinking about that? That's the question. It really comes down to whether or not I believe that you were thinking about trying to trick me, or if you just forgot.
You're doing you ever seen like The Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Which is what you would want me to think.
Exactly. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
No banish.
Alrighty.
Put down Chamber.
Can I have Dominish?
Sure.
I'll shipwreck it.
You would. just gotta have everything, huh? All the answers.
All the hand limit with Matthew last turn.
Yeah, that's fair. And
I'm pretty sure Star of Bethlehem's in your hand.
Could be. Let's do.
I don't remember if you shuffled your deck before you drew.
Well, I don't think. I can't quite get down far enough for that. I think I just passed the turn. Oops.
Draw 3. No stars. Upkeep. What did I make my woes again? It was
Good.
Good. Because, yeah, I'm going to keep it on. I mean, first add a note here. And I'm going to keep that on the Coliseum.
Yep.
You have nothing punishing searching or anything, so do Golgotha. Go to deck. Thought I had somebody. Oh, I do. Yes. Zacchaeus.
Can't be a hero.
Oh, that's right. So I actually will fail that search.
No, it's also negated by James, I suppose.
Oh, that's right. Well, then I planned for I couldn't get nothing. That's
yeah.
So the neutrals are negated. Host. Let's put down Angel from the Sun. Would you put Highwayman in the Den of Thieves? My one TC is going to be Angelic Guidance.
Mm-hmm. What a good card.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I see why you didn't attack. but I see what you're doing to defend now. All
Got
right.
a few options.
I mean, this looks like you can negate a couple cards. Alrighty. Do I have a silver card in my deck? I mainly was using that for the peak.
My hand would be so much better if you weren't negating Coliseum.
That's true. Let's take that as my silver card.
Seems good.
Go ahead and put ends down. I know it's negated at the moment. Hmm. Well, since I know what you have, it doesn't seem too horrible to do that. I'm going to attack with Justin Martyr.
Mm-hmm.
Search my reserve for Blood of the Lamb.
Yep.
That's my rescue.
Okay. Guess we'll do Deafening Spirit. I will negate Angel from the Sun this turn.
Mm-hmm.
My initiative.
Yeah, your initiative.
All right, we'll take, or we'll play Driven by Spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take House Divided from my reserve. And I will underdeck the Highwayman.
You just don't want anybody in there.
Not really, it's kind of annoying. My initiative?
I'm just looking at Driven by Spirits again. Yes, it is your initiative.
We'll play House Divided.
Alrighty. Negate and discard all dual icon and multi-brigade cards regardless of protect. So I'm an SI at the current moment, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's do Blood of the Lamb.
It's prevented.
Oh, it is. Because it negates all of them. So then does it so then I can't even technically play that then.
Correct, yep.
All dual. And all dual icon and multi-brigade.
Sadly hits my Jerusalem. And my Deafening Spirit, I guess.
Oh, because it doesn't. Yeah, it's not specifying good or evil.
Yep.
Why couldn't Humble be out right now?
I've only got 3 cards in hand, so.
Yeah, that's gonna go through. So he's gonna be discarded. Everybody but my Angel is discarded. Woes is discarded.
And all your sights.
That's right.
Actually, that's my Patmos.
Yeah, that's pretty good there. And then I just passed the turn.
Sweet. Really, it was all to get my Coliseum unnegated. Well, that was a reasonable draw. Yeah, I guess we just go right to battle.
Okay.
I will attack with Matthew. And
Nice.
I will convert him to Meek to take a peek. And we got 1, 2, 3 good, or 4 good, and 2 evil.
5 good.
Another
Green,
another 6
white,
again.
green, clay, white, purple, orange. Yeah, 6. Yep.
Sweet. That's a soul. That's a soul. That's a soul. And my souls work. Yay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, just 5. That's what we're sticking with. Well, I would guess I will go ahead and lawless myself. Reveal to all top 6. Get out a complacent and a crowds. More lost souls. All right, guess we're taking sin and blasphemy, putting the rest on the bottom. And let's do escape. I will get a Forsaken, which is here. And Galleons. Let's swap. Let's swap. This be New Testament, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll swap sin and blasphemy for. Let's do the Deceiver.
Yep.
Oops. And that is my rescue.
Alrighty. Go with plunderers. Ban to a thief, which is going to be Judas.
Mm-hmm.
Ban to a demon, or you may take an artifact from the deck. I'm going to ban to the thief.
Yep.
I'm going to negate Heavenly Host. And then Heavenly, I'm going to discard my Angel from the Sun to take it.
Intriguing.
And then I'm going to exchange him to the deck.
Oh, wait a second. Hold up. Forsaken is negating the band on Plunderers.
Oh, hold
I knew I grabbed that for a reason.
on. Yeah, hold on then. So I looked at distress. My distress thought it was humble.
Oh.
That distress got me that time too. Okay, so I couldn't ban the Judas.
Right, yep. So then you still have Angel from the Sun.
There's your Heavenly Host.
Wait, and this is my Patmos.
Okay. So okay, we're just gonna go with the plunderers then. So
All right. Sears preventing the next good enhancement, and Matthew will die.
okay.
And I will put down an artifact. Let's see. Don't think I didn't play territory class this turn. Don't want to do that. Sure. Notate or play the Annunciation.
Yep.
And we'll go for a good dominant, which will be the Resurrection.
Yep.
And could play that. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and play the Resurrection now. We'll go to discard for my chamber.
Yep.
And can't put anything in it right now, but
I'm glad I'm playing Rebel too.
Got all the answers, huh?
Yeah.
Guess you already know I have it, so we'll put down Deceiver. Oops. We'll put down the Shamed Woman as well. And I'll pass the turn.
Draw 3. Draw in the crowds. Let's see. No stars. Upkeep. There's no upkeep triggers. You are negating punishers not on. No dominance in the battle phase. Your hands protect. Shaman bands. Alright. Well, let's put down Wall of Protection.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go to my rescue. No, maybe I don't. Let's do Simon. Convert to Meek. I'm going to force the Deceiver out.
Forcing the Deceiver out. Okay. Believe going to deck makes the most sense. I will do that. And let's do Highwayman number 2.
Number 2.
Really number 3 if we count yours, I guess.
Yeah, the one you keep on.
And then I will. I don't want to draw 2. No, I guess we'll do the play. Play Gates number 2.
Nice.
And ban 2 into Crimson Human. I will just ban 2 your Plunderers.
Wall of Protection.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Guess I could have done that first. Alright, we'll ban 2. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's NG Crimson Human. Okay, yeah. I'll ban 2 the Shamed Woman.
Yep.
And take a Stolen Seed from reserve.
Ready. So CBN stuff is still being tossed.
Correct.
So it's my initiative.
Yep.
I mean, before I make another bad play, look over everything to make sure. CBN stuff. You're not Highwayman. You played the Fortress and Bandit. Okay. let's play Blood of the Lamb. I'm going to negate the Shamed Woman.
Yep. Once he goes back.
3. And then he is a martyr. Going to play the Baptism of Jesus. Draw 2. Hey. We'll do Lawless on myself.
It's negated by Simon.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So I think do I want to banish an evil card or take one? Take the Great Commission from reserve.
Alright.
So I'm a 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still losing.
Yep. Yordish.
Let's do Love One Another. Let's convert the Highwaymen to blue.
Blue.
And then that'll pass initiative to you.
Cool. I will play. Do that. Yeah, okay. I'll play Wages.
Yep.
Go to deck forward. Let's do Big Bubby.
Yep.
And we'll send that to the bottom. And yeah, I'm just gonna toss Peter's Curse for 3.
Okay.
Of SI to negate Coliseum.
So it doesn't. So when you do, just because the toss, affects their original numbers in battle, even with all the.
Right. Yeah. Or it's the numbers on the enhancements don't save Simon, I guess, or like because it's his toughness that
Gotcha.
matters.
Yeah, I don't have anything to stop that.
Sweet.
9 cards in hand. I'll put 1 down, and then pass the turn.
Draw him a 3. Upkeep triggers. No. Imitate. So yeah, nothing there. All right. I believe that I will need to start with this. We'll play play an Evil Woes to negate your distress.
Yep.
And then I will do some Heavenly Host shenanigans. I'll move him into chamber. Move him out of chamber. Do that a few times. 4 to be specific. 3, 4. I will leave Heavenly Host in chamber. And sure, I'll put a token in there with him so he doesn't feel lonely. And then I will. Yeah, I'm gonna play Star.
Yep.
And we'll do for x equals 6. We'll activate this Star on Star, and on the enunciation to peek at your hand.
Crowds is protecting me.
Oh, sure. Yep. I guess I'm peeking at your reserve then. So I'll do that first. Bunch of defense and an eternal inheritance. That gets tossed. That gets tossed. Cool. Alrighty. Captive Princess is a nice touch. I like that.
Oh, thank you.
And then we'll draw 6. Add a darkness. Alright. Put down a resurrection revealer, negate that crowds.
Yep.
And I will shipwreck that wall of protection.
Yep.
And activate the cross.
Nice.
Yep, I'm just going to put down Angel from the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put down the Sordid Spirit. And my own plunderers. And I will pass the turn.
Draw 3. Darkness. Galalands. Gonna turn over Overtaken.
Cool.
Let's see. Okay, so dominant. You got complacent crossouts. Dominants are really restricted.
No dominance for you. So you got what? 2 left?
3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you playing 57?
Yeah, I got 2 left.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at it wrong. Your woes is on my crowds, right?
Woes is on distressed.
Distressed, okay, but they're all negated anyway from Revealer.
Right.
And then you've got all the fancy toss CBN stuff.
Yep. Also, I'm sad that I did not see a Covenant of Prayer in your reserve, so I'm just hoping you'd still have it in your deck somewhere.
I can tell you I'm not Covenant of Prayer.
Darn. Bummer.
When you were doing that little dilemma, I was like, "Oh, you might not do it. It might be okay." Peter's meek.
Sure.
Nothing's negating my territory stuff that I can see.
That is correct. Or I guess just chamber to get your evil. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll put Judas down.
Well, then Punisher would be on. But
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Going to go into battle.
Mm-hmm.
Angel from the Sun. I don't think that's negated.
It would be. So you've got clay green, purple, silver.
That's right. Oh man. So if I'm trying to figure out if something, and I guess if I ask you, it's going to kind of give it away. But if something says like you can do something to make something CBN, is that a modifier or is that?
If it's part of like for overtaken, I believe like the condition is CBN, but if it's something like Man with Withered Hand, or it's like you may reveal your hand, if you do, your stuff is CBN. The revealing your hand part would be negated, so you wouldn't be able to get the CBN modifier.
Gotcha.
So it kind of depends on how it's structured. If it's a
Right.
separate sentence, I think it's kind of a general, maybe a general summary. But
Right. Okay. Have I played a territory class?
nope.
I have not. Okay, so how about we do hypocrisy? That's CBP.
Nice.
I will bounce Angel from the Sun. I'm going to attempt to bounce Resurrection Revealer. I'm not bouncing Highwayman.
Darn.
I'll attempt to bounce all your tokens and your Angel from the Sun.
I will put them all into chamber.
Figured as much. Okay.
There was a time for your Rubble and Dust. It's now. Just have to
Yeah.
get around
That's
my
not.
cross somehow.
That's not my attack with Paul and then Rebel and Dust.
There you go. Yep.
So now I'm going to attack with Bartholomew.
Yep.
And I'm going to reveal Angel of the Lord.
That's a good one.
I am going to convert him to Meek, even though I can't part.
All right. So my block then. I will block with the Sordid Spirit.
Okay.
Place it on Judas.
Yep. And then that's going to.
And go to deck.
That's him.
Yeah, let's do Afflicting Spirit.
Okay.
And I will exchange Bartholomew with Peter.
No.
My initiative?
It is your initiative.
Alright, I will play Sin and Blasphemy.
Yep.
Go to reserve for Twice Afflicted. Which will go to discard pile for Driven by Spirits. Control a place orange card, so I will go to deck. And I will get Driven by Spirits. And I will underdeck. Let's do Plunderers and Driven by Spirits.
Under my Plunderers, right?
Yep.
I thought I was making sure one of yours.
And then Sin and Blasphemy resolves. Each player may draw one from the bottom of deck. But your deck is protected, I believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Move bottom. I'll just reveal bottom because we know what it is. No.
Yep.
Draw that. So I am now 10 toughness, so still my initiative.
Yep.
Cool. I will play Driven by Spirits.
Yep.
Go to deck for Possessing Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I will underdeck Bartholomew and Driven by Spirits. Still mine.
Still yours.
Play Driven by Spirits. Search my deck for Driven by Spirits. And I will underdeck. Let's do the Highwayman.
Makes sense.
And Driven by Spirits.
Yep.
Still my initiative.
Yeah, Joe, I wonder what you're playing next.
Well, I guess I'll just play Driven by Spirits.
If it ain't broke.
For the last time. So that's 4 activations. I'll search for Driven by Spirits. That will shuffle my deck. And I will try to underdeck Peter. And Driven by Spirits.
Alright, so my SI, huh?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna play the Great Commission.
Yep.
I'm going to select up to X evil characters. I'm going to select the afflicting spirit. They're non-human, right?
Correct. Yeah, the demon.
Okay. So I'm going to select them, and I'm going to select plunderers. I'm going to convert plunderers and shuffle afflicting.
What brigade for plunders?
We'll make him blue.
Okay. And let's see. Bart's not just goodness. Like that's still CBN because of Bart, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to you.
So these will get discarded. And Afflicting Spirit will be shuffled. I will trigger gates. And let's do Bubby.
Yep.
Into a demon, which will be messenger. I will draw 3 from the bottom. And ban to Shamed Woman. And I will grab NT artifact. I'll just grab Left 4 Dead.
Yep.
Your initiative.
That'll do it.
Sweet.
And then I pass.
Draw. Do I need to do that? No, not really. Oh, maybe. Yeah, sure. Well, because I'm not gonna draw. All right. Let's go to upkeep. Nothing there. I've got a 3 woes, which is evil to negate. Guess we'll negate distressed.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to prep. Move out some tokens. Move out that guy. Move out that guy. Don't really need to make more tokens, so that's fine. I will. Oh, that's awkward. Forgot about that part of things. Suppose that's fine. Yeah. Okay. I will go to my rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll leave that up. I will attack with Angel from the Sun.
Yep.
Go to reserve for Simon the Zealous.
Yep.
And I will yeah, I will convert him to Meek and choose the Sordid Spirit to block. Gee.
So now how does that work? So does that make, if it's not on Judas, does he technically work now?
Yeah, I think Judas is no longer negated. And yes, Sordid Spirit, you would be able to activate that ability if you want to.
Now, but I can only place him if I can add.
No, you can still place even if you can't add.
To add a gospel demon. Okay.
It's not an exchange, it's just a
Okay.
cost benefit.
Now, okay. Not bad.
I'm just trusting that you don't have any gospel demons in your deck or reserve, because I know that you have the thief in your hand.
Yeah, that I do have that, but I think what I'm going to do. I mean, I see 4/6. I don't really want you to play an enhancement, so I think I am just going to use. I mean, I'm going to lose the battle anyway, so I think I am going to use Sordid Spirit and go there.
Yep, makes sense. I
Then
guess.
I'll
I
surrender.
think that is. Wait, is that considered harm?
Yes, I believe any placement, because I think when I was talking to Card Game Fanatic, any placement on his angels, he can put them in chamber. So I think that is.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I will instead it by
Yeah. Which would
moving.
Sordid Spirit kind of like fizzle and go to the discard pile.
I think it would go back to battle.
Really?
Yeah, the instead kind of goes right in there before it's even placed.
Okay.
And then, so I think that would leave Sordid Spirit in battle.
I think that sounds right now that you've talked.
So, yeah, if you want, you could choose like Plunderers, I guess, instead.
That would leave your Resurrection Angels out.
Yes.
If I didn't. I am going to do Plunderers. Just.
Okay.
You're going to get the Soul anyway. I don't know what you're wanting to play.
Fair enough.
I can't block with anything. My Thief's in my hand.
Yeah. I will play. Yeah, I'm gonna play Good Seed.
Yep.
And I will put down Restless Spirit, down Angel of the Winds. Still have 11, and I will discard Left for Dead. Yeah, discard Ambush, and an Angel appears.
Okay.
And then go ahead.
Draw 3.
Let's see, so
Go with.
you went, or no, I went first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, just do one more round then?
Yep.
All right.
I'm not gonna. I was gonna turn. Do I want to turn off Overtaken? You got like the cross and everything. So we'll go Reassuring Angels to the discard pile. Bring in Simon Peter. Play a good NT Fortress from deck. I'm going to look. Don't have one. Convert to Meek. Ban to Judas. Draw 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's my rescue.
All right, so it's 2 dull triggers.
Yep.
Search and yeah. Right. So we get enhancement and yeah, I'm gonna take Condemned Thief.
Nice.
And 2 Possessed.
Yep.
And you are 13. or no, 11, 16, or 18, 11, 18.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I will block with Messenger, draw 3.
Mm-hmm.
Move bottom 3 to top of hand. And I will ban to the Condemned Thief.
Yep.
And we'll go to your hand. What you got? Okay. Let's do Stolen Seed.
Yep.
Oh, that's interesting. All right, initiative.
Yep.
I will play. Oh, right. Oh man, I could have messed that up. Like, part of me was actually counting on your Den of Thieves and Chambers negating it, and I just realized that.
You were counting on what?
On your Den of Thieves, allowing my Condemned Thief to be able to play orange enhancements.
Uh,
um,
that's right, because it says Steve's may. It doesn't specify if it's me or you.
right, yeah. Okay, I think I will. Yeah, so I will just play Driven by Spirits,
Okay.
and I will take. Just kind of going under the assumption that I don't control Sorted Spirit because it wouldn't really make sense for me to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to Reserve and take Deafening Spirit. And then I will underdeck. Yeah, I'll just underdeck Peter. Oh, actually, no. No. I'm going to underdeck my Sorted Spirit.
Okay.
And then I will play Deafening Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And I will negate Judas.
Okay, so I'll put 2 cards back.
And then I will convert it to a character. So that puts me at 10, 13 toughness, so it is stalemate.
Stalemate. I'm going to pass.
Yep, I'll pass.
Alrighty. Um, go ahead and put that down. Turn.
Say you pass?
Yep, your turn.
All right. Let's see what I can do here. Don't think I need that star. So I will use escape.
Mm-hmm.
Go and finally get my imitate. And upkeep. Woes will negate Judas.
Okay.
And imitate will imitate my lawless. Right, yeah. He'll do all top 6.
I was wondering why I hadn't seen the suicidal swine all game.
Yeah, it's in there. I'll take wages. And the rest of the bottom. And good seed. I will take. Yeah, I'll take AOC.
Yep.
Okay, and then I will play wages.
Okay.
So I guess I'll grab. Um, oh, wait a second. I had too many cards in my hand for good seed. So I do not get AOC. All right, so wages will go to Rebel. See, I am actually playing Rebel and Dust.
Hey, I hear it's good in this meta.
Yeah, it ain't bad, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess we'll take a shot at it here.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go for the potential ability to win, not just the tie, right?
Always.
Deactivate the cross.
Sure. Can I have dominant?
Yep. Yep. Man, if I had just done the reverence and awe.
And then I'm going to take your complacent.
Sure.
Seems to be the best choice there.
All right. Then I guess I will. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I should put cards down. Okay. We'll put down Judas.
Yep.
Put down the Sordid Spirit. I'll put down an artifact. And I will put down Possessing Spirit.
Yep.
And I will attack with Reassuring Angels.
Did you
Go to.
activating possessing?
No, I don't have Unity.
Oh, no.
There's a messenger.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of what I was trying to figure out. Is how do I get rid of my messenger? And that's what I was trying to do in that last battle.
Oh, gotcha.
I was wanting to underdeck my messenger with Driven by Spirits and then still be able to play orange enhancements with Condemned Thief, but then I was like, oh, wait, Den of Thieves is not working. And I had I got your fill and seed, but as soon as I took it, I realized that Colosseum would negate it.
Would negate.
Negate the protectability on Stolen Seed.
God.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too when you were like puzzled. I'm like, I took my stolen seed while I'm playing it.
Yeah.
I'll see him.
Yep. So your card not working and my card working were both hindering me there.
We'll draw here.
So Matthew is going to convert. We'll go see what you got.
Yeah.
Not quite my usual 6. Just a 3 this time.
Yeah.
Okay, and we got a hopper for you.
Well, I thank you there.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Question is, how do I want to block here? $14 cards. Problem. I haven't seen like you use any good enhancements. You probably loaded with like Love One, Other Great Commission, all kinds of things. Well, I think the best thing that I can really do, we'll go with the high women. I'm not going to draw or play. I am going to band to your forgiving woman.
Yep.
Let's band. Go right to the condemned thief. I can't use his ability, but that'll be my bar.
Let's see. Nothing else is protecting my hand, right?
Cards have you drawn?
Yeah, I drew 3 off of Matthew, so my hand is not protected.
Alrighty, let's do that then.
Sure.
Well, that's unfortunate. Man, the defense for days. Do you play any offense in this deck?
Yeah, there's a bit.
I mean, in all honesty, I think I'm just going to take Faith of Gideon. I think that's my best shot. I mean,
Yep. That makes sense.
yep.
Okay.
I can't wait to see your thumbnail, your deck when you make this.
I'm going to reserve Good Seed
Yeah,
and add Judas to battle
makes sense.
and draw 2. It's not particularly helpful. Yeah, I think I just have to let them die. All right, see, you're not. Yeah, you have exactly 12. So yeah, you are killing them.
And I've got 11, and you are not killing them. You're not killing me.
Yep. Well, all right, I guess I could do that. Grr, my own condemned thief. All my cards are working against me. um,
To be fair, I don't think you knew you're going to be going like a thief kind of mirror.
well, I mean, not necessarily, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help. I mean, I guess there's still a chance. So, I mean, basically, I could use my second coming to go get something from discard that might help me win the battle, but then I don't have second coming to get Son of God. Um, yeah, I suppose I have to go for it, right? Because I mean, if I pass, then you just might not attack. Um,
I mean, just from looking at this end, it looks like whether you use second coming for Son of God or grab something to win the battle, it just gets you the one soul.
right. Oh, I just like I don't I guess I got to do something, but so I will play the second coming.
Yep.
Go to my discard pile for crowd's choice.
Yep.
I will play crowd's choice as good. Go to my reserve. Well, here you got that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my deck. And Let's get grapes.
Yep.
And then I'll play grapes. And we'll discard the highwayman.
Yep.
And I will attack with the Expatriator, negate your Den of Thieves.
Was it underdeck it?
Now we'll leave it. I suppose it's negated anyway by Chamber, so yeah, we'll underdeck it, sure.
Oh, you may underdeck. I thought, okay.
And then I will do Resurrection Revealer. Go to my deck for Son of God.
Yep.
And I will play Son of God to rescue crowds.
Makes sense. Alrighty.
That was, man.
All right.
I just didn't have Messenger of Satan down. Could have avoided this whole thing.
I'm going to block the Deceiver.
Sure.
I'm going to go to the reserve for Barabbas.
Yep.
If blocking, you may take an evil enhancement from a reserve. I'm going to take stolen treasures from my reserve and then ask if it's my initiative.
So do you have a card that you don't own in your hand?
I do.
What did you take? Oh yeah, Faith Gideon. Duh. Huh. Yep, I suppose it is.
I'm going to play stolen treasures and I'm going to reveal that Faith of Gideon.
Yep. My silly condemned thief.
Yeah, he kind of hurt you pretty bad that battle.
Oh my goodness. Put down there its temple, put down afflicting spirit. Discard a 2 possessed. Put down a highwayman. And discard strike the shepherd. And pass the turn.
3. No
Guess
stars.
I'll just lose by the comfort of knowing that I don't think you can get through, maybe. But I suppose you can go for that soul differential.
Yeah, that's what I saw your hand. I don't know how this is going to pan out. Man, am I just not playing humble in this build? Am I actually failing that bad?
I did not see it.
Man, because that really hurts. There's actually one card that's hurting me right now that you have out.
Punisher?
Yeah, that's it.
Do you have an angel that would be able to go to Simon?
Do what?
Do you have an angel that would be able to go to Simon or something?
Oh, Reassuring Angels is and Simon are both in the discard pile.
Oh, okay.
But you've got a big banning chain that I just can't, get through.
Right.
So we at least just have to try there. We're just gonna go with rescue with Simon Peter.
Yep.
Go down in a blaze of glory.
Bubby.
Yep.
And to messenger. Draw 2. Hey, look, the humble. Jealous?
A little bit.
Wait. Oh. I moved the bottom card of my hand to the top of my hand. Move bottom. Wait. Yeah. Move bottom. 1 to top of hand. There we go. Band to the Highwayman.
Yep.
Draw 3. And band to Barabbas. And take my stolen seed from my reserve, I guess.
Yep.
All right, what you got?
Is anything negating Judas?
Nope, guess not.
All right. So you drew how many cards?
Use 2 draw abilities.
Was it more than 4?
Oh yeah. Let's see, it's 2 from the bottom and 3 from the top. So yep.
Okay, so Judas will trigger. Oh, you have that. All right, you've got. It don't matter who I angel. Well, for kicks and giggles, just because we'll just take your new,
Sure. Yeah.
If I had only attacked with Judas.
Only I had
my
drawn the new covenant last turn. That would have been nice.
my initiative. Faith to Gideon.
Sure.
Now, how does this work with them in banding? If I wanted to force like 2 of them that are in here, does it pull them out of the band?
I mean, for the side battle, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, if I said I want to force Barabbas and Highwayman to fight.
Yep. So then you get to control one of them. I would control the other.
So I'm gonna take Highwayman.
Okay.
All right.
Your initiative.
My initiative. Purloin.
Yep.
Can I take now, because I'm so very bad with side battles, if I take Barabbas, and you don't have a negate to stop it or whatever, does Highwayman go back into battle?
Yes.
Okay. So whoever's remaining goes back into the battle after the side battle's done.
Correct.
Okay. How about I just take your woes?
Yeah. Go for it.
It's a 7-5. That'll make me a 10-7, so it'll pass to you.
All right. Let's do hurling insults, and I will underdeck Peter.
And CBP by a thief. He'll get under deck. Will that pass it to my initiative with the Highwayman?
Yes.
I'm gonna play woes as good and negate hurling insults.
Sure. See, so Faith of Gideon would still go to discard.
Yep.
So then it would be your initiative still.
And then, yeah, I'll just go ahead and Angel Barabbas.
Sure. He gone.
And with that, what a way to finish the game. I have nothing left for Peter, so he'll die by the numbers.
I accept.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So I had Zacchaeus in my hand. I could have chosen a non-banding evil character if it wasn't for Punisher and Angel.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I was thinking you had an angel that could go to Simon somehow. That, silver was it? Would have been your problem.
Yeah,
Uh,
when it was three of them, I was like, man, that kind
yeah,
of.
yeah. I
Uh,
guess. Yeah, I did still have the doubt though, so I could have done that after Angel.
well, I think if I had chose the blocker too, you probably would have dropped out.
Well, you would have been able to do Angel first, but yeah, I would have dropped out afterwards, and then I had plenty to play on him.
Yep.
Uh, that
I came in.
can't believe with all the ways that I have to bounce characters that I couldn't get or I couldn't get away to bounce Messenger. I mean, I guess I'm sure I could have in that last battle, but I just didn't think about the fact that Den of Thieves was negated until afterwards, or
Right.
until like after I started blocking, and so yeah, I think um, yeah, even then I don't know if I get to Son of God though, because I think yeah, I only get to three probably unless you still. I mean, I guess you probably still attack so that you can go for the win. Um, but yeah, I mean, I guess if I draw it in the on that block, then maybe. But
When you did the whole second coming crowd's choice to grapes, why didn't you second coming in the Star of Bethlehem? You didn't want a chance trying to draw into Son of God.
um, well, I had 14 cards in my hand, and so Sour would have only drawn me like two cards, and so I figured I had to go to something that would be more likely to help me win the battle in that moment, because otherwise, like if I was just playing Star for later to try to draw into Son of God,
Right.
but or, that still wouldn't win me the battle, and so it was kind of a wash either way, I guess.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I think
see that.
my other option with Crowd's Choice was to go to Reserve to take Covenant with Adam, and then I could have negated Condemned Thief, but then that would have given you initiative, and you could have played Seized by Babylon or something
I
to.
actually didn't have C's. You put it back in my deck, um, but I did have Purloin.
Right, yeah, yeah, that would work too. I knew you had like some interrupts or negates, and I was like, if I put all of that into getting Covenant with Adam, then that leaves me without the rescue or the Son of God. So I was like, yeah, I can't risk that. So
that that house divided hurt me.
yeah,
Big momentum shift there. It was like boom. I was like, man, that I wasn't expecting that, and
yeah, that was good. Um, and me messing up that first block was rough though. That like going to or using up the crowd's choice to go to martyr.
yeah,
Um, because I could have just gone to doubt and then added doubt to battle, and then I think I would have gotten the block there.
I think I didn't have anything. Yeah, you would. I think you're pretty sure you would have. I think like the untouchable was my last play there.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I guess your numbers would have still been big enough for doubt. So yeah, it kind of depends on what all I left in my hand. Since Matthew would have still been protected. I don't remember. Oh, I think I had another driven by spirits.
That yeah,
Um, hmm.
enough to stop it.
Maybe I wouldn't have been able to underdeck Matthew though, because he was protected, and I
Well,
still
yeah,
couldn't go to reserve.
I don't think I would have. Matthew, Spirit, and then AOC didn't have any numbers, so it was that. So Matthew is 4, 8, and
Yeah,
that's 15. So you would have had 18.
Wait. No, Driven by Spirits is 6.0, not oh 06.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Did I have any other enhancements? No, I'm trying to remember.
I know I didn't.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, having the woes for the Coliseum was pretty clutch there. Well, I guess you had the crowd's choice for the woes for the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I mean, you drew a bunch of cards, so it's not surprising, but
Oh yeah, I drew. I think I drew in the Ride On, Woes, Untouchable. I mean, it was a pretty good draw there. I was already planning on probably using Spirit of the Dove to go grab something, but then
yeah.
I was like, well, wait a minute, he's got Coliseum, it's going to toss it. So I was like, well, let's just go get the Woes. And
Yeah. Makes sense. Man. Well, yeah, you powered through the monster defense.
I can't wait to see what two good enhancements you're running.
It's yeah, they are very few and far between.
Evan, I think that's all I saw.
Which one?
I think all I saw was War in Heaven and Faith of Gideon.
Uh, yeah. Well,
Other,
you saw Reverence and Awe. You took Angelic Guidance,
yeah, other than like tutor stuff.
the Annunciation, Angel Appears. Yeah, I got to pretty much all of them.
Man.
Uh, yeah, the idea isn't really to win in or to make rescues with good enhancements, but well,
Okay.
yeah, the other part didn't pan out quite as well. I mean, I got it one time with the Sordid Spirit, but
Yeah, that was nice with that Simon. When you said, "Oh, I'm gonna choose a block on Sword of Spirit," I was like, "Oh man, he can do that."
yep. Let's see. Yeah, it was just silly messenger. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that
messaged
was
Mark the other day and I was like, "Hey, I got a question." I was like, "For overtaken, is that a modifier?" He was telling me, "Yeah," and then that um if I go into battle with like Peter on my turn, it lasts for the whole round.
right. Yep.
Make my evil characters all CBN. I was like, "Wow, I'm gonna try some CBN thieves and see how it works."
Yeah, seems pretty good. I mean, I don't even know if thieves need that, but
Well, no, but I mean, like something like the like one of the big ones, the one that takes from enhancement from your hand, the Condemn Thief. Like
oh,
CB,
sure.
they have woes in their hand, they can just drop it and get it back.
Right, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I like Overtaken, especially with uh, some of the what do we call it? So I mean, like I guess Lying Prophet is good because everybody's got prophets, and then you can just discard their prophet CBN. Um, but even like Orpa, which like
oh yeah,
doesn't see any play, but if you're built right for it, then making her CBN is pretty good. All right, well, good game. Better get out and get doing some stuff here.
or I think I hear my kids pitter pat, and they're probably like, "Dad, it's time to play."
Uh, Duty calls.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Go
All
ahead
right, man.
and report the score here, and we'll catch you later.
See you, man.